Welcome to my video on the Dorian mode. The first thing I want to tell you is this is going to be a very easy skill for you to learn. The reason I bring that up right from the start is because when you hear those words, Dorian mode, it might feel like a foreign concept, but after this video you're going to feel very comfortable jamming along with some classic tunes using the Dorian mode. The first thing I'll show you is a nice easy way of playing a major scale. Next, I'll show you how the Dorian mode relates to a major scale, and then we'll get into the songs. I'm talking about songs from Van Morrison, Green Day, America, a lot of great music. Now, if you're watching this on YouTube, you're going to see a short version of this video. To see the full, complete version of this video, check out my website, Songbike, down there, where you can become a member and access lots of great videos not available on YouTube. All right, let's get started with the Dorian mode. The best way to master the Dorian mode is to find a bunch of classic songs in minor keys and then practice improvising on top of those songs with the Dorian mode. So let's start with Wicked Game from Chris Isaak. Now, just so you know, the background chords of Wicked Game are basically just B minor, it's in the key of B minor, A major, and E major, okay? Now, even though this video is not about strumming through Wicked Game using those background chords, I still wanted you to know what's going on there. So B minor, A major, E major. And the song, like I said, is in the key of B minor. So if a song's in the key of B minor, we need the B Dorian mode. What is the B Dorian mode? Well, it's a sequence of notes that directly overlaps with the A major scale. Notice the alphabetical connection there. B Dorian, A major. I went backwards one alphabet letter, right? Backwards a whole step. So anybody who can play an A major scale, you can already play the B Dorian mode. Take a look at the tab on the screen. Here's the A major scale. I went one octave plus one more note, that high 7. That's significant right there, that high note I went to with my pinky. So first thing, the A major scale. When you play it, definitely do alternate picking, down up picking with your picking hand, and definitely use the same fingers I did. Index, ring, index, middle, pinky, index, ring, pinky. I use the pinky multiple times right now, and then make my way back down, okay? Definitely divide up the work the way I just did, because you're going to want that to become automatic, those fingers. All right, so the A major scale. Now, how does the A major scale relate to the B Dorian mode? You start on the second degree of the scale. See that 4 in parentheses on the screen there? We're going to make that our new tonal center. I love that phrase, tonal center, okay? That's going to be our starting point. For the moment, I'm going to ignore that very first note, the A note, the 2 on the G string, okay? I'm going to start in that 4 in parentheses, and I'm going to make my way up to the 7 in parentheses. And back down. So I start on 1B, and I went up to the high B, from B to shining B right there, okay? Now, that is the B Dorian mode. So it's the same bunch of notes, but we emphasize the note B instead, okay? Now, by the way, when you're improvising, of course, you're allowed to use that A, but you're going to want to keep returning to the B. That's, again, your tonal center. If you're in the key of B minor, that note is your home base, your headquarters. If the song were in the key of A major, sure, that A would be your home base. But we're talking about minor key songs in the Dorian mode. Okay, so I hope you have a sense now for how a major scale and the Dorian mode overlap. You can start playing along with Wicked Game using the B Dorian mode, right? Just keep returning to that B or this high B and life will feel very good. Just to give you a sense for how the melody of Wicked Game goes, here are the first few notes. When the lyric comes in and Chris Isaak starts singing, the melody goes a little bit like this. You can see the tab on the screen. I'll do it again. Okay, now stick around. Here comes another song also in the key of B minor. Another opportunity to use the B Dorian mode. So here's another little added bonus, another classic song in the key of B minor, Get Lucky from Daft Punk. By the way, the background chords are B minor, of course, D major, E major, and F sharp minor. In terms of using the Dorian mode, it's the same thing you just learned, okay? Just to give you a sense for how the melody uses the Dorian mode. The song kicks off when the words first come in, right? Like the legend of the phoenix. Okay, there's your B Dorian mode in action right from the beginning of the tune. Okay, let's get on to our next classic song. Now let's move to the key of A minor for this classic from Santana. Oye Como Va is largely based on just two chords, the A minor and the D major. The song's in the key of A minor. So if we want to solo on top of a song that's in the key of A minor, we need the A Dorian mode. The A Dorian mode, what is it? It's just the G major scale, right? Remember going back a whole step back in alphabet letter? So if we know the G major scale, we already know the A Dorian mode. Here's the G major scale. You can see the tab on the screen there. Little bonus note. The G major scale, the A Dorian mode, it just begins on the second degree of the G major scale. In this case, the note A, third string, second fret. Okay, there's the A Dorian mode. Of course, just like I said in the previous clip, you can include the first note, the open G string, okay? But there's your tonal center right there, the note A, or this A up here. Okay, so there's your A Dorian mode. Now, how does this play into the melody of Oye Como Va? See the melody right there? Recognize that riff from the start of the tune, right? So there's an example of how Santana himself uses the Dorian mode to play the song. All right, now I have another classic for you also in the key of A minor. Here's a bonus song also in the key of A minor. You can use the A Dorian mode to solo over this classic from Van Morrison, Moondance. Okay, there it is right there, the Dorian mode. Reaching over for a little lower E there, fourth string, second fret, but still part of the G major scale, still part of the A Dorian mode. Okay, nothing wrong with that. So there you go, another classic for you to jam over using the Dorian mode, specifically the A Dorian mode. Okay, YouTubers, there are a lot of songs we haven't gotten to yet. So for the rest of this video, head on over to Songbike where you can support my teaching and access the rest of this video and a lot of other videos not available on YouTube. While you're here, please subscribe, and I will see you over at Songbike. Thanks for watching.